You thought I could only do one video about this trade? We got a lot more to talk about. What is up, fans? Yes. Very, very big trade today. And not only big as in the implications of the future of this organization, but big that the fact that it was Dolphins made two separate moves today, jumping from 3 to 12 back to 6, and then sending picks here, and then getting picks, and then sending more picks, and it's a lot. So we're going to break it down a little bit more, go more into detail on what happened, how it came about to be, talk about Chris Grier, talk about his draft history, because obviously it doesn't matter what picks you make what picks you move if you don't make the right picks. Talk about what the Dolphins have when it comes to what is their draft picks this year. Yeah. A lot of this is questions you guys asked. So this is, again, another big fat comment of the day is this whole video. But I have to shout out some people today. First, as always, patchvibes.com. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to use the promo code DDW. They got pins, they got patches, they got t-shirts. They're coming out with a fantastic new array of stuff. Check them out. Second, got some new patrons in Jaqueen Rogers and Gerald Stokes. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreons. And I got my first batch of members. You might be asking yourself, Doug, what the flip is a member? Well, if you notice next to the subscribe button, and apparently it's only on the web, it's not on the mobile app, but if you check next to subscribe, it says join. And you have the opportunity to join. There's different tiers for different, cool things that you get. But regardless of the tier that you join, you get cool badges. So when we go live, you'll have a special badge next to your name. And the longer you've been part of a member, the different badges you get. And you get special emojis that I will be making that you can have while we're live and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But I got my first 4 official members. These are my first 4 guys. First, Miami Sports Music. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on their channel and check out the website. Ton of podcasts and stuff, and I'm a part of. Damius Robs, Timothy Whitman, and Colin Smith. Thank you guys so much for being my first 4 members to the DouglieDoWrong Army. If you guys want to join, it's literally right next to the subscribe button. It says join. But again, never feel that you need to do these things. Never feel like I will recognize you for that. No, I will always recognize you for subscribing, especially when you comment. I talk to you guys the most in the comment section and on Twitter. So I never want you guys to feel like you need to do these things, need to donate, need to do that to get recognition out of me, because I love every single one of you. But let's jump into the video, right? So the Miami Dolphins and Chris Grier made a ridiculous trade. And I'm going to try to break it down a little bit for you, because there's a little confusion. And you even saw when I popped up the tweet from Adam Schefter, he said that the Dolphins got a 3rd round pick this year, but that's not the case, right? So the Miami Dolphins traded their 3rd overall pick to the 49ers, and the 49ers gave the Dolphins their 12 this year, their 1st and 3rd next year, and their 1st in 2023. Some people in the comment section said that the Dolphins got fleeced and the Dolphins could have got more. And I think the Dolphins actually won this draft. The 49ers, the trade, the 49ers gave them 1 pick and the Dolphins got 2 firsts and a 3rd out of it. Going from 12 to jumping 9 picks. If I pulled the chart up, you'd say the Dolphins won that. So they got 2 firsts, a 3rd, and a 12. And they're 12, right? Then they contacted the Eagles because they want to get back up in the 10. They want to get a top 10 talent. They want to get back in there. They want to get to 6. So they gave the Eagles their 6th. They gave them 12, 123 this year, and next year's 1st. Their 1st, not the 49ers 1st, their 1st. And what the Dolphins got back was they got the 6th pick, overall pick, and 156, which is a 5th round pick. So they essentially gave them 123, which is a 4th round pick, and picked up 156, which is a 5th round pick. So the Dolphins have 2 5th round picks this year. I got to write this down. I was doing all my stuff. So that being said, this is where the Dolphins are looking at when it comes to the draft this year. In the first round, they have the 6th overall pick from all the trades and their own pick which would have been which is 18. In the second round, they have the Texans' 36th overall pick and their own 50. In the third round, just their own. They do not have a 4th round pick. That is the 123 they sent to the Eagles. In the 5th round, they have 157, which they traded with the Dallas Cowboys, and 156 that they got from the Eagles, so 2 5s. No 6th that they traded to the Cincinnati Bengals, and 2 7ths with the Houston and the Kansas City. So right now they're sitting at about 9 draft picks. Wheeling and dealing, doing some fantastic things. And if you think about it, right, the Miami Dolphins in 2019 traded Laremy Tunsil to the Houston Texans, right? And if you would have thought, back then when the trade was made, a lot of people were surprised, a lot of people were pissed, thought the Dolphins were tanking and all this stuff, right? But if I would have told you the amount of picks they would have got out of that pick, you would have probably been like, yeah, let's do it. So in a whole, this is what the Dolphins got from trading Laremy Tunsil. And I'm talking, this is everything, right? They got a 2020 first, a 2021 first, a 2021 second, a 2022 first and third, and a 2023 first. So they traded Laremy Tunsil to the Houston Texans, and in return, they got 4 first-round picks, a third, and a second. 4 first-round picks, a third, and a second. And that's all from the wheeling and dealing of Chris Grier. Just ridiculous. And we've seen this happen before with Chris Grier, right? The whole Josh Rosen situation, which I hated. I never wanted the Dolphins to trade for Josh Rosen. The Cardinals wanted to make the move, right? And the Dolphins were almost on the clock. It was like the beginning of the second round-ish. The Cardinals wanted to make the move. Come on, we want to make the move. And the Dolphins were like, whoa, hold on. They make a trade with the Saints, fall back in the second round with the Saints, pick up a 2020 draft pick, so they had more ammunition. Then they made the trade with the Cardinals. They were like, wait a second, we're going to get ourselves situated, and then we'll help you out. And it seems like that's what happened here, right? The 49ers really wanted to move up to 3, really wanted to get their quarterback of the future, which is funny because they're going to be paying Jimmy Garoppolo about 20-something million, give or take. But they're going to go for their quarterback for the future, which I'm hearing is Mac Jones. I'm hearing that the 49ers really like Mac Jones. So they wanted to move up. They gave a ton, 2 firsts and a third to go that. I'm ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic. And then the Dolphins were like, well, we want to get back into the top 10. There's some talent in the top 10 that you guys want me to talk about. Again, on Twitter, one of you guys were like, hey, can you talk about the potential players we can get with the 6th pick? And I'm going to do my own video, who we should take with 6. But looking at it, right, and you look at who's ahead of us, right now we're sitting at 6. So Jacksonville, Jets, 49ers, Atlanta, and Cincy are sitting in front of us. There's 5 teams sitting in front of us. Jacksonville is going to take Trevor Lawrence. A lot of people think that Wilson's going to the Jets. Then you got Mac Jones potentially going to the 49ers at 3, right? Then you have the Falcons and the Bengals sitting in front of the Jets. The Dolphins sitting at 6 are in a prime position to get whoever they really want, right? Say the Cincinnati Bengals go for Sewell, and I bet you the Cincinnati Bengals were pumped, and all the Bengal fans were pumped when the Dolphins made this trade with the 49ers, right? Because I bet you any amount of money, they want Sewell. So say Sewell goes 5, right? Say the Atlanta Falcons think, we'll take Kyle Pitts, right? Let's say that. The Dolphins have their choice of any of the wide receivers, whether it be Chase, whether it be Waddle, whether it be Smith. They have their absolute choice of anybody. Especially because these quarterbacks went earlier than some people expected, like Mac Jones. I wouldn't expect Mac Jones to go 3. But I'm hearing the 49ers really like him. Any choice of the wide receivers. Say that the Atlanta Falcons throw a curveball. They take Mekhi Parsons, who ran a ridiculous 40. Then all of a sudden, the Dolphins sitting at 6 pick up a ton of draft picks, like I was saying, and could take Kyle Pitts and all of the other receivers. They can add whoever the flip they want. Just sitting there and we move back and then we move back up, still have multiple firsts, and now we could take who we want. And it's sitting at 6 right now. Like I said, the Dolphins looking ahead, quarterback, or say it's Jackson, maybe the Jets take Sewell. Then Wilson goes to the 49ers. Because the 49ers aren't going to trade out a 3. They traded up to get their quarterback. Maybe Atlanta trades down. Maybe Cincinnati trades down. Maybe the Dolphins still can get Sewell at 6. There's so many possibilities. But the fact that the Chris Grier made this move to be able to still do what we need to is just, it's an absolute thing of beauty. But here's the thing, and this is the other thing we're going to talk about. Chris Grier, right? He could wheel and deal. He could do all these fantastic things and make everything look wonderful, right? Because they were real quiet when it came to free agency, and a lot of Dolphin fans were upset. I wanted you to make moves. Why aren't you making moves? And all of a sudden they make a huge move, and everyone's like, oh, look at the Dolphins. And again, what did I say about last year's draft? It was the Dolphins draft. Everyone want to know what the Dolphins are doing. They have all this ammunition. What are the Dolphins doing? And it's the Dolphins draft again. The Dolphins are owning the draft. In 2023, they're going to have 2 firsts again. Potentially could have more picks if they just keep moving, wheeling and dealing. You never know. What if the 49ers just completely fall on their face and we have another top 5 pick in 2023? What if they fall on their face next year? What if this quarterback doesn't pan out right away? What if they stick with Jimmy Garoppolo? He gets injured. They fall on their face and come next year when we have the 49ers first, because again, we gave the Eagles our first, not the 49ers first. We have another top 5 pick. Say Tua doesn't work out. And I know a lot of Tua fans are going to get pissed at me, but say Tua doesn't work out. And a lot of people who wanted to move on Tua are saying, this is the time to do it. You're never going to have a top pick. What if 49ers suck again? We have a top 5 pick again. What if the year after they suck again? We have a top 5 pick again. Just going to keep stacking this team with talent. I'm so excited. All right, back to what I was saying. Chris Grier's making moves. Chris Grier's doing his thing. But he has to make the pick. You know what I'm saying? He has to make the pick. So let's kind of look back, right? He became the Dolphins GM in 2016, right? He was with Adam Gase and Mike Tannenbaum. I like to put asterisks next to 2016, 2017, and 2018's drafts because we don't know how much of a control Chris Grier had on those drafts, right? And if you don't like Chris Grier, you could say that's BS. You know, he had control, or, you know, you're just saying that because whatever. We don't know because Adam Gase had control of the 53-man roster and Mike Tannenbaum had control of contracts. So we don't know what Chris Grier had control of. But you look at the 2016 draft, they take Laremy. I'm only going to look at the first 3 rounds because that's kind of where their big picks are for the future. 2016, they take Laremy, Tunsil, Xavier Howard, Kenyon Drake in 2016. I think those top 3 picks are really good draft picks. Xavier Howard led the NFL in interceptions this year. Laremy Tunsil, we got 4 firsts out of him, and Kenyon Drake is still a really solid running back, especially getting him in the 3rd round. Then you look at 2017, right? You got Charles Harris, Raekwon McMillan, and you got Cordell Tankersley. I almost said Pankersley. 2017's draft was bad. It was a bad draft. Charles Harris was a reach. Didn't happen there. Raekwon McMillan is he's a decent linebacker, but nothing crazy. Cordell Tankersley played well, but then he got injured and never, came back. 2018, they take Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yes, he's not on the team anymore, but is Minkah Fitzpatrick a good safety in the NFL? So he does, and this is all about picking talent. Mike Gesicki, top 5 tight end in the AFC? He might even be top 5 in the NFL right now. Jerome Baker, really solid linebacker, had a ton of sacks, second in the team in sacks. Then you look at 2019, his first year drafting. He takes Christian Wilkins with his first pick. I like that pick. Some people didn't like that pick. I like the Christian Wilkins pick. He takes Michael Dieter in the 3rd. He traded his 2nd for Josh Rosen, which I don't like that move. And you can't really talk about this year's draft because it's too soon to talk about it, but you got Tua, Austin Jackson, Noah Benogany, Robert Hunt, Raekwon Davis, and Brandon Jones. Robert Hunt played really solid. Raekwon Davis played really solid. Brandon Jones played really solid. You all know how I feel about Tua. Austin Jackson played solid. Was it fantastic? Great? No, but he played solid. Noah, and again, a lot of people like to get on Noah Benogany because they just have the Buffalo Bills game burned into their head, which Sure, he did horrible against Stephon Diggs, but people forget he did really well against Jacksonville, and he did really well against the Bengals when Xavier Howard got ejected. So you look at what Chris Grier did as the GM, and the only picks that were bad, 2017, and that second rounder traded to the Cardinals for Josh Rosen. Other than that, his 5 years have been pretty good drafting. I think he's done really well picking up Micah Fitzpatrick, Mike Gesicki, Jerome. I'll look at his entire drafts if you want to. I'll name some people that are playing really well. Laremy Tunsil, Xavier Howard, Kenyon Drake, Devon Gottschall, Vincent Taylor, Mike Gesicki, Jerome Baker, Micah Fitzpatrick, Jason Sanders in 2018, Christian Wilkins, Andrew Van Ginkel, and then he got this year. So he has picked, and he's added people around him to help him pick. So I think he could do it. We'll see. Only time can tell. I can't really predict what Chris Grier will do with his picks, but we can only hope he makes the right picks. But he's shown he knows how to pick talent. So, I already know there's going to be comments where people call me dumb because half of the people I named suck in your mind. But yeah, I just find it interesting that there was these mock drafts that were coming out before today, that one of them had, I forgot the Florida quarterback. They had the Dolphins taking the Florida quarterback at 3. I think that was Chris Sims and Chris Collinsworth, or had the Florida quarterback at 3. And the Dolphins are trading for Deshaun Watson. The Dolphins are trading for Russell Wilson. The Dolphins are going to take a quarterback at 3. The Dolphins need to take a quarterback at 3. And the Dolphins were like, Brian Flores came out and said, we are picked who we picked for OCs specifically for Tua Tagovailoa. He literally said specifically for Tua. I'll pop up where he said specifically for Tua. People say, oh, that doesn't mean anything. Dolphins can still trade Tua. Dolphins can still get a quarterback. Dolphins can still do all these things. They'll still want Deshaun Watson. I heard from a ton of people in the comment section. We're getting Watson. We signed Fuller. We're trading. We're releasing people to save cap space. We're getting Watson. All of this stuff for a quarterback. And Chris Grier said, "All right, maybe this will shut him up." And he just made these moves, and it didn't. It won't. People are still going to say what they want to say, but it's just. I'm excited. This draft, this organization is just making the right moves. They're not overspending in free agency, and they are just stockpiling draft picks and just picking players that are solid, good players. And the only thing we could do is sit back and watch and just hope that these players pan out. Because so far, like I said, Micah Fitzpatrick panned out, Mike Gesicki panned out, Jerome Baker panned out, Laremy Tunsil panned out, Xavier Howard panned out, Kenyon Drake panned out, Devon Gottschall panned out, Vincent Taylor panned out. He's actually doing really well in the NFL. Jason Sanders panned out. These were all players that Chris Grier drafted. So I think that he kind of knows who to grab talent-wise. But again, we'll see. We will see. But be sure to comment below. I know you guys are excited about the other video. I needed to get it out quick to get you guys the news, but now I could sit back and think about it, delve more on it, get more information, and give it back to you. So comment below. What do you guys think of this move? What do you think of that the Dolphins will do? We're officially going into draft period, which means I'm going to start talking about what the Dolphins will do at 6 and 18 instead of 3 and 18. Who might move where? Maybe we'll do some mocks and all that stuff. I'll do my prospect videos. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. But I have a ton of videos planned. Like I said, I think the next video I'm going to do is needs that need to be addressed in the draft. That might come out Monday. But other than that, guys, if news breaks, and especially if it's big like this, if the Dolphins make another trade, because I'm hearing they're not done. I don't know if that's a rumor or not, but I'm hearing they're not done. So if more news breaks, you will get a video. But like usual, guys, stay classy. Fins up.